Hello students, this is for the computer subject, chapter 1, Fundamentals of Computer. A computer executes a variety of functions as per the instructions given to it. Instructions are the commands that we give to the computer so that it performs the task. Instructions comprises of valid facts and figures which are commonly called data. With the help of input devices such as mouse and keyboard, we give data to the computer. Now we will go for the first topic, that is IPO cycle. I means input, P means process, and O means output. A computer has the ability to process data very quickly. First, it takes up the data and processes depending on the instructions given to it, and then a computer gives an output. To sum up, we can say that every computer follows an input process output cycle or IPO cycle. Now, how does a computer function using an IPO cycle? Now, we give computer the input, it goes to the CPU where the processing is done, and the various data are stored in the storage device, and after processing it goes to the output device. There are 3 stages in IPO cycle. The first stage is called the input stage. In this stage, data and instructions are provided to the computer through input devices. These input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, MICR, optical marker reader, microphone, light pen, webcam, etc. The second is about processing information and is called the process stage. CPU, which is processing device, carries out all the instructions as per the given data. And the third stage is output stage. After processing, output is produced. The output is shown or given output on the output device such as the monitor, printer, projector or plotter. The data is stored either in the memory of the computer or in the secondary storage devices. The secondary storage devices include hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drives and memory cards. Now we will see what is inside the CPU. Now, a CPU case which holds the CPU along with the other processing storage devices and drives such as motherboard, sound card, hard disk, RAM and ROM. CPU takes the instructions given by the user, executes some operations on the instruction and transmits the result to an output device. It says that all the processing is done inside the CPU and then the result is produced in the output devices. The CPU is called the brain of the computer. There are 2 main components of the CPU, that is ALU and CU. ALU full form is Arithmetic Logic Unit and CU is Control Unit. Arithmetic Logic Unit, it performs all the arithmetical and logical operations. It is responsible for all types of calculations and operations such as arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and relational operations like greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to. And the last one is logical operation, that is and, or, and not. For example, when we give an input to add 2 numbers, these 2 numbers are sent from the keyboard to the memory of the computer or CPU. From memory, they are further sent to the ALU for addition. It means processing. The ALU performs the calculation and sends it back to the memory. Then what does the control unit do? The control unit manages the various components of the computer. It reads and interprets instructions from memory and transforms them into a series of signals to activate other parts of the computer. The control unit calls upon the arithmetic logic unit to perform the obligatory calculations. Means control unit only tells the arithmetic logic unit to do the various calculations and sends it back to the memory, and control unit only tells the other parts of the computer, the other parts means input device and output device, to take the input or to give the output. Now the next topic is role of memory in the computer, but we will do it in next class. We will go with the next topic, that is classification of digital computer. These digital computers are broadly classified into 4 categories based on their size, storage capacity, cost and usage. The 4 categories are microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer and supercomputer. Microcomputer. A microcomputer is a complete personal computer or a PC. It is a computer designed for an individual. It works on a single microprocessor. A microprocessor is a computer processor in which all the components are a part of a single integrated circuit or chip. They are used by a single person at a time. Desktop computers used in office, schools, homes, etc. are microcomputers. Mini-computer. Mini-computers have more processing power in comparison to microcomputers. They are used as servers and multi-user systems. Means at a one time many users can use the system. But microcomputers are a personal computers and individual can use at a time. They can store more memory than microcomputers. A large number of devices can be attached to mini computers. CDC 1700 and HP 3000 are the examples of mini computer. Next one is mainframe computer. These type of computers are very large and expensive. Mainframe computers have a very large memory and can even store more data than mini computers. Means it is larger than the mini computers. It can be used by 100 users and can be connected through mainframe computers. The IBM System Z9 is an example of mainframe computer. The next one is supercomputer. They are the most powerful computers in terms of processing speed and memory. Supercomputers can process billions of instructions per second and are very expensive. Supercomputers are used in scientific research, weather forecasting, underground studies, etc. Cray 1 and IBM Blue Gene L Param are some of the examples of supercomputers. Now in today's class we have studied about the IPO cycle, that is input process output cycle. How does your computer work? Then next we have studied about the parts of CPU, that is ALU and CU, arithmetic logic and control unit. Arithmetic logic unit does all the calculations in your system and control unit controls the parts of the system. And then we have studied about the classification of digital computers according to their size, memory, usage and storage capacity. They are divided into 4, that is microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer and supercomputers. Microcomputers works on a single microprocessor. They are a personal computer, or we call it as a PC. Then mini computers, they serve as for the servers or multi-user system. They are larger than the microcomputers. Then mainframe computers, they are much larger than the mini computers and hundreds of users can be connected to it at a time. And then the next one is supercomputers. They are the most powerful computer in terms of processing speed and memory. Now the next topic is what we have left, that is role of memory. We will do it in the next class, and I will provide some videos for the next what we are going to study in the next class. Be prepared for the next class with the next topic, that is role of memory in working of a computer. Thank you.